This is the reason why I love growing wild hedgerows, because this is all food for the birds over winter. On my boundaries we grow a mixture of bushes and trees to feed the animals throughout the winter time, and indeed summer, but mainly to get them through the winter. So if we have a little look down here, I've just been watching past 10 minutes or so, a group of birds, probably 5 or 6, continually flying in and out of the hedges. And that tree must be 30 foot high, maybe 40 foot high, full of berries. And then there's another one here. And yet another one here. And then down below, rose hips, blackberries, we've got hawthorn, blackthorn, so we've got them all up. If I step back a little bit, this is just one little hedge we've got up there, must be about 50 to 60 metres long, and then if I whiz right the way around, that group over there, just there, is another tangle of different berries and what have you. And then behind that there's another load. I think there's even some raspberries, wild raspberries growing over the other side of those trees. So that it makes me feel good that knowing that the birds this winter will at least have a pretty decent head start. Plenty of food. I don't like to cut it back either too much. I like to let it grow wild. There's a lot of nests in here. Again, we've split the land up into what we call paddocks. The other side of this one is the orchard, on which side, of course, I'm going to leave a lot of the fruit that happens to be there on the trees. Some more here, some more berries. Mixed in with blackberries, blackberry bush here, and the orchard itself. And as we move into the what we call the old orchard, this little copse here, just let it grow. Don't do anything to it. It has pine cones and things like that, because there's old pine trees there. Again, all the berries. Throughout the year, I have a lot of different birds up here. And then in there, back of the little copse, some more trees with berries on. And then all down here, Sorry about the wind blowing on the mics. We've got all these berries. These are hawthorns, and they go all the way down. Again, these berries. About, I don't know, 100 metres or so. All down here. All got berries on. Quite sure what has the blackberries over there, hawthorn and blackthorn. I don't know what the individual species is. I know we've got them up here somewhere. And then right down the bottom, where we used to keep a couple of Vietnamese pot-bellied pigs. This is one of their main areas. We have, again, the hawthorns and the blackberries mixed in with them on this side, all the way down, ripening up. So that it can be a bit of a pain sorting them all out, you know, keep them back, but I just tend to mow around the edges just to keep them back a little bit, aware of all the food over the winter. Again, a tree there full of berries, massive tree there full of berries, and all this area we've got damsons. So between the birds and the insects there's plenty of food. Hopefully there's plenty of food, and that's why I like to just leave it. There must be, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 10 damson trees down in that corner. Just these, I'm going to call them hawthorns. I don't know what they are. If you do know what they are, just let me know in the comments, please. And then again, back through the larger trees. And then all along here, again, masses and masses of berries. And then blackberries down the bottom to mingle. So plenty of food hopefully over the winter months, because it can get very bleak up here. If you've seen some of the videos of the snow in the winter times that I put on the channel, it does get very bleak. Yeah, so that's why I like leaving the hedges to grow wild in fact, and then just mow around the edges just to keep them back a touch. Who wouldn't resist that if you were a bird? And then the fir trees. There's plenty of birds up here. I don't even know if we might even have squirrels, but I'm not sure. I haven't seen a squirrel. But the birds will have pine cones. I'm calling them pine cones. Any kind of cones, I suppose. There's one on the floor. Over the months as they've been dropped, you see the remnants of the kernels on the floor. So something's eaten them, which is great, because that's what I want. I like to keep things, where possible, almost like rewilding to a a certain extent. I know you sometimes have to keep it tidy to some extent. I also like to leave certain areas to grow wild, to provide all this lovely food.